Welcome back to the kitchen at Andersen Acres. Tonight we're going to have a little bit of fun and make pizza snacks or pizza pops or hot pockets or whatever you want to call them. It doesn't matter what you call them. We call them pizza snacks. These are not calzones because they're not made with a bread dough. Okay? They're made with a biscuit dough. So, I'm going to I forgot to do this before I started filming. Take the ends off my rolling pin because that's a little bit too thick. You want to roll out your dough fairly thin. What kind of dough are we using? That's a good question because I didn't tell you, did I? We are using biscuit dough. Any pastry dough that's not sweet will do. You don't want to do a sweet dough because this is a savory food. This is going to have, I'm hitting the camera with the rolling pin. That's fun. But this is going to have things like cheese or pepperoni or take a pick. What do you like on your pizza? Mushrooms? Maybe you like green peppers? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you like, because if you like it, you can add it to your pizza. And if you like it, you can add it to your pizza snack. So, what ingredients are you going to need? Well, you're going to need a pastry dough. I'm using just my standard biscuit dough. So if you want to get this same biscuit dough, you can look in the video description. And in that video description, there we go, you will see that I have linked to a video. That's the video where I make biscuits. You would simply not form them into biscuits. Instead of rolling them out to 1/4 inch thick or so, you would roll them out much, much thinner. Okay, very much like this. Nice and thin. And you can make a bigger batch. This is made with butter. It's very, very good. Now I'm using a special tool. This is cheap. You can probably get them at your local dollar store. However, you don't have to do this. You can cut them by eye. Okay, you can do whatever you like to do. And yes, the back of these work as a cutting implement for measuring. That's why they're made like that. So we're going to do 3 to start. Okay. Okay, so we're going to remove this dough. I'll re-roll this dough off camera. I'll get about 5 big ones out of this. You can, of course, I only need 5. You can, of course, make more dough, make them smaller, whatever works for you. Set that aside to relax a few minutes. Take this. Take one of our rounds. We're going to take our round. We're going to place it on our mold. And we are going to press it in place. You don't have to use a mold. You can do this with a fork. Okay? You can totally do this by just having your round flat on the ground, have a fork, and then just seal the edges with a fork. Okay? I am doing it this way because I happen to have this tool and I like using this tool. I think it's fun. Okay? I think it's really fun. It's really fun to use this. Not everybody likes using these. But, you know, there goes the oven. We do have to preheat the oven. So, yes, preheating the oven is important. I'm preheating to 425. Okay? Just pulling the dough. Remember, you just want, oops, I ripped it. It's okay. You can fix it. Okay? You can fix it. Don't worry. If you rip your dough, just go boop, boop, boop. Don't worry about it. Okay? It's not really that big a deal. It's really not. Like, it's just dough. It presses back together. So, what we're going to do is press this nicely into our mold. Okay? And yeah, put it right down. If you're using molds, put it right down in the mold. If you're not using molds, just leave them flat like this. Put your ingredients in here and fold it over. But I like to use the molds just because I get a kick out of it. Is it efficient? No. Do I enjoy doing it? Yep. So if you enjoy it, do it. If you don't like doing it, then don't. Like if you'd rather just shape them by hand, do it. I like doing it this way. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to put in a little sauce. Okay. Just to pretend this is a pizza. Okay, you're going to build your pizza. So think about how much, I'm just grabbing a plate and a spoon. Think about how many ounces of sauce, how much cheese, all that kind of stuff. How much would you put in? If this was a pizza, this size, how much sauce would you put in? That's how much I would put in. I like sauce. Now I'm going to add some cheese. This is just mozzarella cheese from the other night when we made pizza. Okay. Again, how much cheese would you put? Okay. And then I have some cheddar. If I can open this container, which sometimes I can't. Some cheddar. Okay. Keep that off the edges. Some cheddar. I'm going to get some Parmesan, just some powdered Parmesan. I don't want to use the good Parmesan. The good Parmesan, to be fair, I've been snacking on all day. I literally cut off hunks. This is garlic powder. And you could do something like basil, oregano, maybe you like cumin. What do you like on your pizza? So I really love oregano, so I'm just grabbing some dried oregano. I'm just going to put some dried oregano in. Now, I also have things like pepperoni and all that nonsense, but I'm not going to put it in this one because this is a cheese-only one. Obviously, if I were making one that was not cheese-only, I would make sure that I put the other ingredients in. This, I'm dipping in water. My finger, I'm dipping in water. Water is like glue for dough, okay? It moistens that dough, and it starts to get sticky, and then it'll stick together. And we're going to take our spoon and kind of just mix that together. Okay, it doesn't have to be thoroughly mixed, just so that you're not going to have just a gob of cheese or a gob of sauce. Okay, you want that mixed together. Okay, water on the edge, ingredients mixed. Pull this together like this, clamp that down. If you're using this kind, you can just take this off the edge. Okay, add that to your pile. Make sure you press down really hard. Not so hard you break your mold. But again, you don't have to be using the mold, right? And there we go. Take that guy, put him on a pan, okay? I'm going to stick that guy on a pan and be happy about it. I'm going to do the other ones, including I have a little bit of pepperoni here. I'm going to do pepperoni for my other son because he really likes pepperoni. But I'm doing pepperoni, another cheese one, and off camera, I will roll the rest. Okay, it's really important that they get really, really, really well sealed. Now, you're probably still going to have them, just like when you make calzones, you're probably still going to have some leakage. That happens, okay? That absolutely 100% is going to happen to you. So don't be surprised, okay? Do not be surprised. So in this one, we're doing basically the same thing. And I'll do the final ones off camera, but we'll just do a pepperoni one, just so we have basically the idea down. But again, we're going to take some sauce. You want a decent amount of sauce. If you go too light on the sauce, your pizza snack is not going to actually taste very good. So, decent amount of sauce. Fresh grated cheese. This is actually not super fresh grated because it's from the other day. It's from pizza night. I'm filming this on Sunday, and pizza night was on Thursday, so this is also an excuse to use up leftover cheese. So don't let cheese go to waste. You always use it. Always use it. Okay. And we're doing basically the same ingredients. We're just going to add some pepperoni. Right? We're just going to add a little pepperoni to it after I get some oregano in here. Oregano's delicious. Okay? Oregano's fantastic in pizza. If you've not really had oregano on your pizza, you haven't really lived. Okay. Here's some pepperoni. It doesn't matter what kind of pepperoni you're using. Turkey pepperoni, regular pepperoni, veggie pepperoni. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. Okay? If you want that amount of pepperoni, you get to use that amount of pepperoni. And again, we're just going to mix this up. Okay, just give that a mix. Try to not do what I just did and flip stuff all over the edge. Try not to do that. Okay. Again, press this up here. I'm going to try to get some of this cheese off the edge. Try not to do that. I always do that. Not on purpose, but you know. Not on purpose, but things happen. Okay. And then, bloop, swish, remove excess dough. Again, you can do this by hand. Just fold it over with your ingredients inside. I just happen to like using these guys. Here we go. See? That one's pepperoni. I'm going to do the rest of them off camera because it's going to get really boring otherwise. So we'll be back once I'm done forming them. Okay, we could only fit 4 on this tray. The other 2 are on the other tray. So we'll just do these 4 for now. So we want some melted butter. Add some garlic. Yes, garlic is essential. So is oregano. You could use basil instead. Add some garlic. Not garlic. That's oregano. And add some Parmesan to your melted butter. Yes, this part has to be butter. To make the dough, you could use a margarine or a shortening or a lard or something. To make the spread, you really need butter. Okay. Take your butter and brush it over these guys. Okay? Brush, brush, brush. Garlic butter spread over top of these guys. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. Oh, they're going to be so good. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are going to take a fork. Poke, 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 poke. Give the air somewhere to escape. Give the air somewhere to escape. Poke, 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 poke. Okay? Oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to bake them for 15 to 20 minutes or until they're golden brown. You might have to bake them a little longer depending on your oven. Mine are usually done in about 18 minutes. So we're going to pop them in the oven, come back, take a look at probably only one because I swear as soon as these come out of the oven, they disappear. One of them is mine. So we'll be back. And just like that, our pizza snacks are done. They even look a little like pizza pops because we use the mold. They will take about 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. They might take a little longer depending on your specific oven, maybe 25 minutes. All ovens are a little bit different, but all in all, they should take around the 20-minute mark. Well, that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. I hope you enjoyed making pizza snacks, also known as pizza pops, also known as hot pockets or pizza pockets. They're known by a lot of different names. But I hope you enjoyed making them with us here tonight. They're not calzones because they're not made with a bread dough. Again, if you want a link to our own biscuit dough, you can check the description. Or you can buy biscuit dough, not pizza dough. Pizza dough works, but then that's calzone. But you can buy a biscuit or a pastry dough and just use that. You do not have to use something you made yourself if you don't have time. Maybe you have Pillsbury biscuit dough in your fridge and you want to use it up. This is a fun way to do that. But that's going to be it for us here tonight at Andersen Acres. Let me know how they turned out for you in the comments below. We'll see you tomorrow.